I'm Julia, this is Julia Lemons Fitness, and we're going to talk about diastasis recti and outward pressure. So when you have an abdominal separation from a lot of pressure coming out the front, you need to learn how to control the pressure inside your abdominal wall so that when you do movements, you can control and keep that pressure from coming out the front. So if you are trying to heal your core and build a functional core, you have to be able to send pressure in all different directions, 360 degrees around your core. That means that pressure doesn't only go out, it doesn't only go to the side, it doesn't only go into your back, but it goes all around. But also, you don't want too much pressure going up because then you get really tight muscles in your head, neck, and shoulders. And you also don't want too much pressure going down because then you get prolapse and incontinence and other pelvic floor issues. So our goal is to add just a little bit more pressure at a time so that we don't overload it so that it can't handle it, but we also challenge it a little bit to encourage remodeling. Your first exercise is going to be a breathing exercise. Essentially, you are going to just breathe and notice where your breath is going. So you're going to just sit and breathe comfortably and take about 4 or 5 breaths and watch yourself in the mirror. Turn on your phone with the front-facing camera and watch yourself breathe and see, is your belly expanding a lot when you're breathing? And is all the pressure coming out front? Is all of your pressure going up? Are you breathing up with your shoulders? Do your shoulders raise a lot when you breathe in? Or are you getting a 360 degree breath where your rib cage expands? Are you feeling a nice massage in your back? Where is that breath going? And just notice first, because if we are trying to fix a problem that's not there, then we're wasting our time. So you just want to make sure that you're diagnosing where that pressure is going before you try to fix a problem. Now, breathing is the first step in creating functional core strength and healing a diastasis, but it also takes pressure off your head, neck, and shoulders. It also helps to prevent prolapse. It also helps to prevent hiatal hernia. All of these things are related, and a functional core can help to prevent a lot of injuries and can prevent you from developing more problems later. So when you sit and breathe, now I want you to try to see if you can get that breath to go down. So if you're thinking about breathing down, I'm just trying to not let my head, neck, and shoulders move too much. I'm trying not to breathe in my chest. I'm trying to breathe down this way. So I'm just going to see if I can breathe down first. And you're going to see very minimal motion up here. So this is me breathing with my chest. So you're thinking like heaving when you're doing a hard run, that kind of thing. Now, instead of chest breathing, I want to see an expansion down here. So you can put your hands on your rib cage, put your pinkies underneath the rib cage, wrap your thumbs around back, and then let those fingers splay out on the rib cage. And now when you breathe, you should feel your rib cage expand. See how my rib cage is pushing my elbows out? So you can even see the expansion of my rib cage because my elbows are moving out laterally. So what that is, it's a good bucket handle breath. Now, it's also really important when you're practicing your breathing that you make sure that you can get some motion into the belly and that you can get some motion into the back as well. So you want it to be a 360 degree expansion. So you breathe in, expand, breathe out, and contract. And at first, you're going to practice this passively. So you're going to just breathe in and then breathe out. You're gonna just work on expanding and then contracting, and then eventually you're going to add that pressure in as you find all those muscles and create engagement in your core. Since breathing is the foundation of the functional core, you are going to have to learn how to breathe in that 360 direction, but you're going to have to maybe play with some different positions to help yourself kind of realize how that breath needs to happen and how to get your body to actually do a breath like that, because if you've been breathing in a certain way for a very long time, it's going to be very hard to undo that habit because we breathe all day long every day. So you're going to have to put a lot of input into your brain to get your brain to rewire itself and realize that it's been breathing wrong your whole life. So it takes a lot of practice and intentionality and specific troubleshooting.